I recently had a rather strange, yet very interesting thought about the ocean map in Melon Playground. And the more I think about it, the more it seems like there might be something on this map that most players have simply never noticed. It's about the electric crystal. It sounds like a simple theory, or even another gaming myth. But if you think about it, the ocean map is perfect for the developers to hide some kind of secret object there. This map is huge, and most of it is almost never explored. Players usually stay near the surface or immediately descend to the very bottom of the ocean, where various items are found. But there is one area that almost no one explores. It's the deep part of the ocean, where it's already dark and there's almost no light, but it's not yet the very bottom. The space between the surface and the bottom is a huge, dark area with almost nothing around. And it's there, I think, that some hidden object could theoretically be located. What if the electric crystal is located in this very area? Not at the very bottom, where players are most likely to look for something interesting, and not near the surface, where it's too bright, but somewhere deep in the middle of the ocean, in dark water, where any light source would be immediately noticeable. If you imagine what such an object might look like, it's likely a small crystal with electrical discharges running through it. Something like a transparent mineral, with energy constantly moving within it. It might emit a blue light that shimmers slightly in the darkness, illuminating the water around it. And at great depth, such an object would be even easier to spot because there's almost no light around. But the most interesting thing isn't even what it might look like. The most interesting thing is what it might do. The developers of Melon Playground like to hide little secrets within ordinary game systems. Sometimes they're rare combinations of items. Sometimes they're hidden versions of NPCs. And sometimes they're strange objects that players only discover months after updates. So, the first theory emerges. Perhaps this electric crystal is simply a test object that the developers once added for an experiment and forgot to remove. But there's another theory, one that sounds much more interesting. What if this crystal isn't just an object, but the energy source for the ocean map itself? Imagine that somewhere deep in the ocean, there's an object that seems to power the entire map. And if it's found and somehow activated, ocean might begin to behave completely differently. For example, the water physics might change. A strange current might appear, or some objects might start to react to this energy. But there's an even wilder theory. What if this electric crystal is connected not just to the ocean map, but to the entire map system in the game? So, theoretically, it could be an object that can open access to a hidden area or some experimental region that the developers were once testing. It sounds pretty wild. But if you consider how many strange secrets players have already discovered in Melon Playground long after updates, such things no longer seem completely impossible. And that's why I became truly curious. What if somewhere deep within the ocean map, not at the surface, not at the very bottom, but somewhere in between, there really is this mysterious electric crystal? And if it's ever found, what will happen then? Will the map change? Will objects start to behave differently? Or will this turn out to be one of the strangest Easter eggs in the entire game? If you enjoy these kinds of experiments and myth testing in Melon Playground, be sure to give it a like. And let me know in the comments what other secrets or theories we should explore next. Sometimes the craziest ideas are the most interesting.